You are listening to the Life Coach Business Podcast with Amanda Karlstad, episode number 216. Welcome to the Life Coach Business Podcast, a show for coaches who are ready to up-level their business and take their impact, leadership, and results to a whole new level. If you're ready to start taking powerful action and become the leader your business needs in order to grow and thrive, this show is for you. I'm your host, Amanda Karlstad, certified life and business coach and entrepreneurial leadership expert. Now let's get down to business. Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm so thrilled to have you here today. I hope you are well wherever you're tuning in from. We are just coming off of the Thanksgiving holiday here, and we had a great holiday. We spent a lot of time with family, with friends, and had a lot of fun. And now we're turning the page to December, to the final month of the year. And I know so many of you are thinking about this year. You're thinking about your business, your results, and you're also thinking about next year. And you're thinking about how to make next year even better. And something that I think is really important to consider, as I have been in a space of expansion myself, as I have been working on some big projects behind the scenes, is that just as important as it is to think about and to get clear on what it is that you want to create and the results that you want to achieve, it's also just as important to think about and to become aware of what you need to leave behind and what you're willing to change in order to go to that next level. And so what I will say here is that for each and every one of you, this is going to look different. And I find that this looks different depending on the stage of business that you're at. But the question that I want you to consider is, what are you willing to give up in order to step into your potential? What are you willing to give up in order to become great, in order to create those extraordinary results in your life and in your business? One of the lessons that I have learned in my entrepreneurial journey is that whenever you reach what you might consider to be, quote unquote, that next level, what also will become very clear when you do reach those next levels is that what got you here will not get you there. And so as you create success in your business or even in your life, I think it's so important to recognize that if you are choosing consciously to go to the next level, which is a choice, I use that word very intentionally because it is always a choice. But in that place, it's very important to become aware and to know what it is that you must also be willing to let go of. And this is something that I've experienced over and over again throughout my career as a coach. It's something that I observe with all of my clients, no matter, again, what stage of business they're in or where they are in the pursuit of their success. No matter where they are in their own journey and what their business looks like, the fact is that to go to that next level, it's going to require a different approach. It's going to require different and more expanded thinking. It's going to require new capabilities and new skills. It's going to require learning the next set of things that will serve you, that will serve your business. And something that I've experienced and observe with my clients is that when you are going through these types of transformations, when you are intentionally, again, going to that next level in your business, or it could be anything in your life, it could be in your relationships, it could be in your health. The truth is that it's going to challenge you. It's going to require more of you in certain ways. It's going to demand a new level of capability. It's going to require a new level of being. It's going to require a different version of you, a different way of thinking. And then operating, my friends, when you are in this place, I will tell you more often than not, it's not going to feel good. It's not going to feel great. It's, in fact, very uncomfortable and can even be painful at times. But this is also where real growth happens. When we start to think and feel and behave, and ultimately taking actions in ways that we have never taken action before. And when we do this, especially in business, it's going to require true commitment to your vision, to what it is that you are building, to what it is that you're growing, to the impact that you're making, and to the impact that you want to make. And none of this can happen when we choose to stay the same, when we choose to think from the same lens, when we choose to do what we've always done. And instead we procrastinate or we find excuses. One of my clients recently in my high-level mastermind program, which is my mastermind for coaches that are scaling to $1 million and beyond. So one of my clients in this program recently, in our private community, which is part of these containers as a client, is that you have access to our private community of coaches and mastermind members. And recently, one of my clients posted a quote that really spoke to what I'm talking about here, that I think is really relevant to this conversation. And I found this to be especially true in building a business. And that quote is, it's a competitive advantage when you love doing the things other people hate to do. I'll read that again. It's a competitive advantage when you love doing the things that other people hate to do. And I love this quote because as a business owner, as a coach, one of the most valuable skills I believe you can invest in and has been proven time and time again is the skill of building and scaling your business, and within that, effectively marketing and selling your programs, your offers. And that's why this is a big focus for the work that we do inside of my mastermind programs. It's something that we're constantly coaching on. And the reason this is so important is because what I have found over the years of coaching hundreds of coaches is that for most coaches, it's not natural. For most coaches that are choosing to grow a business and are coming into the industry with all different types of background, the truth is that there's typically not a lot of marketing or selling knowledge that is coming along with them. And so learning those skills and doing the work to be able to implement a solid strategy, a solid sales strategy in your business is by far one of the most valuable investments I believe you can make, both financially, but also from the aspect of your time. And one of the things that this client mentioned, who I do want to note, this is a client who is generating over $1 million per year in her business. She is generating over consistently $100,000 per month in her business, who started out coaching clients one-on-one, not sure how she was going to scale, started working together a couple of years ago, who has done the work, has followed the process, who has shown up and has done the hard work of implementing these things in her business. And by the way, these are still things that we're continuing to perfect and optimize and to make even more efficient. But what she said was, this is what made me think of the work that we do in this mastermind. It's doing the things that most people don't want to do. It's doing the things that most people will end up rolling their eyes at. It's doing the things that most people are instead spending their time and spinning their wheels, looking for an easier way, looking for that next bright, shiny object. And instead, here we do the things that actually matter. We do the things that people will not make the investment of, doing the things that people will not cultivate the patience for, or choosing not to spend their time on. These are the things that are the competitive advantage. These are the things that at the end of the day are what will move the needle in your business. And so I share this with all of you because right now, I know for each and every one of you that there is probably something that you know you should be doing. There is something that if you don't have the results you want in your business are things that you need to learn. There are things that you know right now you need to be focusing on. Yet at the same time, and I see this time after time, is that these are the same things that you have a story around as far as why maybe they don't work for you, or why it can't work for you, or why you don't have the time, or maybe you don't have the skill. And what I want to challenge you with is, what is the result for you and for your business if you continue to hold on to this story? What happens if you continue to tell yourself that you don't know how, or that you don't have the time, or that it's not possible for you? I was having a conversation with a client recently who brought this up in one of our coaching sessions, the excuse around not having as much time as she had hoped. And after really unpacking that, what we uncovered was that this was a natural part of how she has been operating really as a pattern her entire life, her entire career, and has always felt crunched for time, has always felt like there hasn't been enough time. And I will tell you, again, after all of the coaching hours that I've put in with my clients over the years, everybody has the same amount of time. We know that. Yet why is it that certain people with that amount of time are able to create extraordinary results versus the vast majority that never fully step into their potential? And the reason is because of what we're talking about here today, because these are the stories that are holding us back. These are the stories that right now might be keeping you small. These are the stories that are stalling your business growth. So I would challenge you today, right now, as you're listening to this episode, what are those stories right now that you know you need to let go of, that you know are no longer serving you, that you know you need to release so that you can actually get to work. You can actually get to doing the things that actually matter. So I'm bringing this to all of you today because this conversation, this lesson, this teaching that I'm bringing is so vital to each and every one of your success. It's so vital to the results that you will create in the next 12 months. And for so many of you, what I observe is that you've created what I call an invisible glass ceiling around you. And your brain, the wonderful brain that each and every one of you have, despite your best intentions, despite what it is that you want, will find a way to keep you safe, will find a way to keep you in the status quo, will keep you in the same old patterns. So unless you become aware of what those patterns are, which is my hope that this episode is the catalyst for you to heighten your awareness, to see where you've created this invisible glass ceiling around yourself. And until you see this, until you have that awareness, my friends, you will continue to repeat the same pattern. You will continue to entertain the same stories and listen to those stories that continue to play as it relates to your business and to the level of success that either you have or you don't have. So what is it right now that you need to leave behind as you head into this new year, as you look ahead and consider what you've created this year and what you want to create moving forward? I encourage you to really dig in, to see it for what it is, and to know that no matter what you want, what you desire is also desiring you. All right, my friends, have an amazing week. I'll talk to you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, if you're ready for a real breakthrough in your business and want to grow and scale your business to at least 6 figures or more in annual revenue, I invite you to apply for my exclusive program, The Mastermind, at amandakarlstad.com/the-mastermind. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Life Coach Business Podcast. If you want to learn more about how to build, grow, and scale your business and accelerate your results, visit amandakarlstadcoaching.com.